Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. The goal with the position, as always, is to find something both sturdy and comfortable. You don't want to find yourself uncomfortable because then you're very much concerned with how you feel. And then you'll be distracted. And it makes meditation a bit more difficult. So find something comfortable, like sitting in a chair. And sitting in a chair is also really nice because it gives you a sense of stability. You don't feel this need to, you don't have this sense of, I can get up and just go at any time. No, we're here to stay, and the sense of stability really helps with that. So just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. However, if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed and you feel more comfortable doing so, feel free to do so. There are no hindrances here. But if your eyes are open, drop your gaze away from the screen and drop it down below you, kind of looking at the floor or the desk, whatever is just below you. We're not staring or analyzing anything, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We just have a gentle, clear gaze directed softly and clearly downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable position, and your eyes are either closed or open and directed downwards. We begin our practice by letting go of beginnings and endings. The future and the past. We let go of every idea we have about what we are even doing here. Forget it. Forget about all your intentions that you have with this practice. Anything you think you'll experience or gain, just stop. Instead, simply allow this moment to be just as it is, without comment, without judgment. There's nothing to do here. We're not achieving anything. We're just sitting. And allowing to what is to be. And maybe you'll notice how you can't stop commenting about this moment, how you can't stop thinking about things. And that's okay. We allow that too. And the problem with thinking actually isn't a problem of thoughts, it's a problem of attention. Most of us are addicted to thoughts and ideas, concepts. We pay too close attention to them, so we reify them, and we believe that we create them, but we don't. Thinking happens by itself. And this practice is simply learning to accept things as they are. But we can't see what is if we're lost in thought all the time. And because we pay close attention to thinking all the time, the practice here is simple. Leave thinking alone. And we do this by paying attention to something else, something completely present, something that only happens now. The breath. So find the sensations of the breath wherever you feel it the most. The location isn't important, only as long as you know that you are breathing in and breathing out. And just stay here with those sensations. And instead of paying attention to this next thought that comes up in our experience, pay attention to breathing. And let thinking do what it wants to. Your only job is to remain with the breath. Come back. Come back to breathing. Wake up. Wake up from thinking. Return to the breath, rising and falling. This is it. This moment. It's so easy to squander by being lost in thought. You're right here. There's no future. Where is it here? There's no past. So why the worry? Why the struggle? There's the breath, my voice, the hum of a refrigerator, and the feelings of a body, all happening right now. This is your life, free of concepts. This is where your life happens, right now. So do yourself a favor and pay attention to it and just rest. All right, you can look at the screen. You know, there's a big difference between what we say, and the words and the ideas and the concepts we have, and what actually is. So, for example, if you've never eaten an orange before, let's say you have a friend who's literally never tasted an orange, which is, who knows if that's even possible, but they've never had an orange. They don't even know what one is. And you don't have an orange around, so you have to describe it to them. What it feels like, the citrus, the taste, the sweetness, the strange texture and the weird rind and the soft middle, the seeds. But do you think you can actually convey any of that to the person who's never had an orange, for them to actually adequately understand what an orange is? No. The best way to know what an orange is to hand them one and have them eat it. Because experience is vaster than words. Words are just symbols, they're lines. When I ask you to explain something, that literally means to put out in a plane, to lay it flat, put it into lines, like a book, it's just lines. Concepts, words, everything that is coming out of my mouth right now are symbols. They are descriptions of reality, and they are not in themselves reality. But we live in this world. Even when the thing we call the world is symbols. That's me, that's you, green, blue, table, chair, ceiling, light, muck talk, words, ideas, concepts. And because we don't know how to leave thinking alone, we live in the world of ideas. And we don't notice the direct confrontation we have with reality. Not even two, just we talk about it incessantly. And so we get distracted and frustrated about things. We get anxious about realities that don't even exist. We get depressed about things we're just thinking about. It's like you go to a restaurant and you're given the menu and you start eating the menu thinking that you're getting at the dinner. Because the menu is just a representation of the dinner, it's not the food itself. The real you isn't your name, all the things you can say about yourself, your story, your past, your history, I like, I dislike, me, I, is a concept. It's part of the menu. And when people say, find your true self, it's a lot of words. Don't worry about the words. But they're saying, forget the menu. Recognize what you are here. And it's not words. Watch, what part of your experience besides my voice right now is coming at you in words? None of it. I've talked about Alan Watts a lot on this. He's a big influence for me. But he said something that really changed my thinking on all of this. So I heard people say that before, the menu and the dinner, the map and the territory, there's the map and it's not the territory. It's a difference. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's fine. But the experience of that difference is different. And he said, well, look, here's a bell and it makes a sound. And we call that the sound of a bell. But it's not. The sound of a bell is a noise I'm making with my mouth. The sound of a bell. But this is different than the sound of a bell. This isn't the sound of a bell. The sound of a bell, the sound of a bell, the sound of a bell is not. That's what it is. It's not a sound of a bell, it's so waking up from thinking is waking up from literally the world. As you think about it. This is why Hindus say the world is an illusion. They don't mean that literally. They're saying, they call it Maya, which Maya actually means measurement in some ways. It means to measure, to talk about, to bite up into words and concepts. And that's the world we suffer of, not reality. And then right now it started raining on this metal roof. And the sound of rain needs no translation. It's just that. So practice. Whatever you do, practice. And wake up from this conceptual world we think we're living in. Wake up to this moment, here and now. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for showing up. And as always and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.